All right, injury-wise, Farrow Brown's getting evaluated for a concussion. David Njoku has an ankle injury. Jacob Phillips is getting has a shoulder injury. Really disappointing and frustrating. You play these games and you know that they're going to be close. Games in the NFL are close. Games in our division are close. But you got to find a way to win. And we didn't do it today. And the guys, they work their tail off during the week to get out there and play hard, and you don't come away with a victory. So it's frustrating. And I think we understand there are things that we need to do and not do in order to win. And a couple times we didn't do those things. So credit to them, but frustrated. With that, I'll take any questions.
What was the call, the explanation on the false start?
I didn't get a good one yet, Tony. I'll make sure I'll get an answer there, but I didn't get a good one on that. No, I was also hoping, I didn't want the 2-minute warning to expire over that play. They didn't, but I'll get an explanation. I mean, I think Tony, like with all those, I'll get an explanation later, but it's frustrating. And it goes back to these guys are playing like crazy. They're putting in the work. They're fighting, trying to get it done, and it was unfortunate. And I'll get my answer, I'm sure, tomorrow. But it's frustrating.
On the field goal try, did you move it up just a yard on the hold just to get them a little closer? And since it was blocked, do you regret doing that? Yeah,
I mean, obviously, you on all these things, you're trying to just execute in those moments. Sometimes they're going to make a play, but ultimately we just got to get cleaned up because we got to get the ball off there.
When you say there were things that we didn't do that we should have done, what are those things that are necessarily?
Well, I just think in general, Mary Kay, nothing specific. Just things you got to do. You got to take the ball away. I think we had one takeaway, maybe. Things you can't do, you can't give it away. So it's just all the little things, playing clean football, all those things.
How hard is it, Kevin, when talk about playing clean football, when they get two possessions that start deep into your territory and it turns into 10 points?
Yeah, you got to play that field position game, and we didn't do that enough in this game. There's times where we got to keep them backed up, and there's times where we got to move the ball better on offense as well. So it really field position takes offense, defense, and special teams.
Kevin, it seemed like your defense played really well, better than they had been. They get the key stop at halftime. You guys get the ball sacked right out of the gate, and then on the third straight passing attempt, Jacoby strip.
Mm-hmm.
How big of a sequence was that? And what was your game plan coming into the second half after you run the ball with some success early in the game?
So first part, Jake, we're trying to come away with points there. Obviously, we felt that was important in those 2-minute opportunities. You got to come away with points versus a good football team. And then as it relates to, offensively, there's always things that we can do better. We didn't score enough points today. I mean, that's the bottom line.
Do you feel like, a lot of guys came out and played their tails off and did exactly what they set out to do, like Jacoby, Jacoby. How frustrating is it that they kind of dug deep and really followed through on their commitment and came up short?
Yeah, I think, with where we are, obviously you're frustrated. I think all of us feel that. I think players feel that, players, coaches, I'm sure fans feel that. It's frustrating when you don't come away with a victory. But we got to fight for one. We got to find a way to get one. And we didn't get it done today, and I know that there's reasons for that, and I know that there's things that we can do better, but I also know that we got a group that's going to come back and try to get one the next time.
Does Tommy have an injury?
He was battling, early on I think he was good, and then he was kind of battling through and wasn't feeling himself, so kind of we're keeping him a little bit on a pitch count.
Is there a concerted effort to get the ball to Nick? I don't know, it was halfway through the third quarter where he got a couple carries in a row and had a big impact.
Yeah, you're always trying. Obviously, sometimes I can think of one series there where we went maybe took a sack on first down and then you're second and long, and you throw it on second, you throw it on third, and it's 3 and out. And you know, obviously we want him to be involved in what we're doing. So there's moments that are frustrating. But I think the big thing with Nick, or all the players, I think the big thing is staying on track, staying in you know, with efficient plays allows you to stay in manageable third downs, and then ultimately will allow you to stay on the field and run you know, more plays with trying to get the ball to different people.
Kevin, that decision to move the field goal up 1 yard of replacement, is that pre for suggestion, and then you sign off on it, or?
That's just I would just tell you, anything special teams, defense, offense related, that's, you know, my responsibility.
How
Kevin,
did,
go ahead.
how did you think, you know, overall Jacoby played after he came out last week and said stuff after the game? How do you think he?
Yeah, you know, he battled like he did. I thought we had a chance there to go win it, and we're, you know, obviously he threw a great ball down the field to Amari, threw a great ball to Donovan in those moments. So he made some big plays for us. I'm sure there's some stuff that he wants back, but he continues to battle.
Kevin, where do you guys go from here? You know, on the one hand, played a really good game in a lot of different ways, but on the other, you've lost 4 in a row now. It's very difficult to make the playoffs at 2 and 5. So where do you go from here?
Yeah, I think for us, Jake, focus immediately goes to Monday night at our place versus a division opponent. That's we don't need to look very far ahead. We don't have to look behind. That's really where our focus is.
Do you have a sense for how serious any of the injuries are?
I don't. It's you got to get the test results before we know.
Kevin, it seemed like tempers were kind of flaring in the locker room afterwards. I mean, you know, is the intensity pretty high in there?
Yeah, that's normal football.